Here's an audiophile moment.
Audiophile moments. Wow, this sounds amazing. With a Shelbourne power amplifier. Because my follower here, Bill, ordered new amplifiers. Great track.
Just a little loving early in the morning beats a cup of coffee for starting off the day. Just a little loving when the world is dawning, makes you wake up feeling good. Things are coming your way. This old world wouldn't be half as bad.
Tremendous bass. Wow.
If each and everybody had it had. Just a little loving early in the morning, then a little something extra to kind of see them through. Nothing turns a day on, really gets it dawning, like a little bit of loving from some love and someone like you. This old world wouldn't be half as bad. It wouldn't be half the same if each and everybody had it had. Just a little loving early in the morning. Just a little loving early in the morning. Just a little, just a little. Nothing, no, nothing turns a day on. Just a little love, and that's better than anything. Oh, no. Just a little love.
What's interesting here, Bill, is how we are using, or you are using, a very, very cheap Shelbourne. Let me show the audience. All right, guys, look. He's using a very cheap Shelbourne 7-channel amplifier just to power the Sonos Fabers, because of the fact that his main amps have been ordered. So he has to wait for the new amplifiers that are going to be driving his system. So he wanted to put a quick demonstration for me of this system. As you know, these are the Sonos Faber AIDA 2s that I came here to pick up from Tennessee. And these are going to go straight to their new owner in Florida. And I wanted to make sure that obviously the speakers were in spectacular shape, and I can say that Bill has done a phenomenal job at keeping these speakers really, really clean looking, Bill. The speakers look no different than a brand new set coming out of the box, and I am surprised and extremely shocked at, the performance of your system. Of course, that turntable right there. You said that turntable. Can you talk a little bit about this turntable here, Bill, for my audience?
It's got 6 motors.
It's got 6 motors.
It weighs over 300 pounds. 2 12-inch arms. 2 of the best cartridges on the market. The Clear Audio Goldfinger and the Lyra Atlas SE.
Wow. 300. Yeah, this
It
is
also, of course, it has the Townsend acoustics on the rack, but I've got isoacoustics feet underneath, so it's very well isolated.
It sounds phenomenal. The system is so balanced. It's so musical. I mean, arguably one of the best turntables, if not the best turntable the money can buy, paired with a pair of Sonos Faber AIDA 2s, which you already know my sentiments on the Sonos Faber brand itself. This is a very, very naturally musical and engaging speaker. You don't have to try hard to make a Sonos Faber sound like music. They just sound like music straight out of the box. That's just what a Sonos Faber speaker is all about. And right now we're not using the 901s because he has a tube that is out. So he's ordered the tubes. And just to showcase the system to me, for the time being, he, as I said, used a 7-channel amplifier, which is not ideal. But again, he was gracious enough to at least let me hear the system. He's already got 2 amplifiers on order, brand new amplifiers that are going to be driving the system. And yeah, I mean, this is actually a very, very, let me give the audience a little bit of a wider angle so they have an idea. I mean, this room is awesome. I mean, I wish people had the opportunity to see what you've built here. It really is. And it's so quiet, folks. There is absolutely no slap, no echo. The sound stage washes over your head and shoulders. There is absolutely a very intimate feeling in this room. That's the best words to describe what I'm hearing with this particular setup. And this is a separate section of his home, by the way. So this room itself is built on the outside of his house. It's a really, really nice dedicated space where he's not disturbing anybody else or, neighbors or adjacent rooms or anything like that. So, I mean, I like what you've put together here, Bill. I mean, it's really, really a nice, I'm shocked how good this sounds. And mind you, again, a 7-channel amplifier that it was just to show me a little bit of the system and let me hear the speakers. But I can only imagine what this will do. And are you excited for your new speakers?
Oh, absolutely. That's probably a $1,500 amplifier for 7 channels.
Yep.
It's being replaced by $145,000 amps.
You got the MSB M500 monoblocks coming. Along with which speaker? Tell my audience, what have you bought?
The Magico M7s.
Magico M7. So he went from the AIDA 2 all the way to a pair of $370,000 Magico M7s because you heard him and you couldn't unhear what you heard.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. You came home and you're like, it's a lot of money, but it's just, you know what? You only live once. And it's so peaceful and quiet here in Tennessee that I'm sure it's only going to add, to your entire experience to have a speaker like the M7s. And it's a very timeless design, the M7 Magico as well. So they don't really age. All the Magico speakers, in my opinion, don't really age. They look very, very timeless. And so do the Sonos Faber, by the way, the AIDA too.
Oh, the AIDA is a prettier speaker than the M7.
Yeah. There's
it's nicer fit and finish.
Yeah.
The M7 just sounds better.
Yeah, no. You were telling me about your girlfriend. What is it that your girlfriend said when she went with you?
Well, she said she could hear the difference. They were in separate rooms. So we listened to the M7s first and then went to listen to the AIDAs. And she said, well, the M7s sound better, but these are fine. In her opinion, I'm crazy to spend the money.
Right. Well, I haven't had the chance to hear M7s in person. I have never seen him in person. Maybe it's time for me to go to the Magical Factory and have a listen. I've heard nothing but great things about the M7s. I personally love my Q7s, which are the predecessor of the M7s. That's what a lone wolf told me, that the replacement of the Q7 is really the M7. It was never the M6. And I am, stunned by what those speakers do. So I can only imagine, and and the way the room looks, because the room is 15 by 25 and it's got 10-foot ceilings. It's a really, really nice proportionate room. It's not overly massive. It's not big. It's like a modest sized room, but it provides this coziness, right, and this intimacy to the music that it just makes you want to unwind. I've said it before, and I was just telling Bill here, when I heard the Sonos Faber Suprema over in Munich, one of the reasons why they never displayed that incredible cost no object system was because they didn't have a room in the show, the convention center or whatever it is, that could accommodate such a large system. And so they had to go off-site into like a massive ballroom, and they felt that was the better venue for that particular system. And so I am glad that you did not buy the Supremas here, because I just think it would be too tight for you. I think the M7s, based on the size and the dimensions of that speaker, that would be the perfect. I think they're about as tall as that, right? As tall as the AIDA, the M7s?
Yeah, very close.
Very close in height, but they're clearly about 250 pounds heavier per
500.
speaker.
These are like 350.
These are like 350. The other ones are like 550. And so it'll be an interesting thing. And so the rest of the system will be MSB. Which one? You're getting the Cascade as well, right?
Cascade DAC and MSB amps, M500 amps. And there'll be no preamp. It'll use the Cascade as the preamp.
Now, tell my audience, you were talking to me about, this. Obviously, you were blown away by the Cascade and what you heard, and you made a huge investment on that turntable, right? It's such an incredible cost no object turntable. But you spoke to your dealer, and the dealer told you what about selling it?
Well, he said you can't get enough for that turntable to make it worth selling. He says just keep it and enjoy it and play it. And so that's what I'll do. And I do enjoy vinyl.
Yeah.
There are certain albums on vinyl that just don't sound as good in digital.
Right.
So,
And that was my advice to you when we were talking about the potential desire to sell a turntable, and that goes to anyone out there who owns turntables. The return on that investment is very low, always, okay? Usually, when you buy a turntable, that is the only time that you're going to pay top dollar for it. When you buy a brand new and you open that box, the moment you do that, unfortunately, turntables will take the value's going to plummet. You're going to really, really lose your shirt off, and then you have to wonder and question if it's worth you. Is it worth you selling the turntable, right? Because if
it's so hard to handle, it's a 300+ pound turntable,
right,
and you just can't pick it up and walk out of the room with it.
Right, that's another thing too. And so for me, I would say in your situation, why do it? I mean, unless obviously you needed the money, then okay. But other than that, it just makes no sense.
No, it's gonna stay right here.
Also, when you walk in, if I'm being honest, of course the speakers are beautiful, but I feel as if the table really does whoa, the shock value. The table just I mean, very few. I've never seen anything. This is the most expensive turntable I've seen in real life. And it still continues to shock me when I go and look at it, because I've never seen anything like it. And the sound, again, it's just
everybody that comes in this room walks up and takes a photo of that turntable.
It really is a beautiful piece. So I definitely thank you for showing me, a turntable like that and letting me hear it. So, but I'm excited to hear your impressions when you get your M7s. When do you get them? What's the dealer telling you? Your dealer?
End of April.
End of April.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be excited because I know they're going to spend some time setting up the whole system in here, and be sure to let me know what that translated into, because I know you heard them in their showroom, but you do have granted you have a beautiful room. I'm just curious to see how they end up sounding here, because I know originally here, for example, you had JL Audio subs. But when you inserted the AIDA 2s, you realized you didn't need any more subs, which I agree. You do not need any subs with the AIDA 2s. No. Not in this room. No. Tremendous bass in this room.
Yep.
What speakers?
And it's even.
Right. Very, very, yeah, very balanced. What speakers did you have before the AIDA 2s?
The Focal Maestro Utopias.
Okay, I had that speaker as well. And in the AIDA.
It's a great speaker.
It's a great speaker. It's a great speaker. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's a really, really good speaker. Now you're going to essentially abandon Macintosh too. It looks like you're going to go with solid state electronics, because you were telling me that you're just kind of tired with the tubes and breaking and all of that. Right now, for example, you're down because you have a tube that's not working. So, but I am really, really impressed here. And again, a 7-channel Sherborne amplifier that's being used at the moment to drive these speakers, just to give me obviously some initial impressions, because he ordered, as I said, his new amplifiers. If you didn't tell me that was there, I would believe you. Like if you just put a blanket over that amplifier over there and let me hear the system, I would still be like, what? That's the amplifier that's driving the rest of it. But that also speaks about, again, the quality of that source. I mean, that is crazy, man. That's just how it goes. And then cabling, what are you using for cables again?
Shinyata Sigmas. Although I am upgrading to the Omega speaker cables.
Omega speaker cable. Yeah, Omega speaker. Great cables as well. So, well, there you have it. A great system here in Hickson, Tennessee. I am very impressed with what I'm hearing. But now these puppies, these AIDA 2s, are going to be hauled away tomorrow and taken to their new owner. So thank you for your support, guys. Hopefully you've liked this video of an Audiophiles sound system here in Tennessee. Thank you, Bill, for giving me the opportunity here to share with my audience. And guys, if you have any feedback, please comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this system. Thank you for your support, and please do not forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Talk to you soon. Peace.